hey, y'all know how we do. No time to waste. Let's get it. Let's go.
Right, but the problem is if I can bring value into your life effortlessly, I can bring value into several other girls' lives, and they know that as well, and so now you're competing with them. So you either pick a man that nobody wants, in which case he can try to do everything he can to provide stuff in your life, and he's going to fall short, or you can pick a man who does not fall short, but he has unlimited options. And because of social media, it's so tilted.
You know, this is the thing, right? You know, it's interesting, right? When Kevin Samuels was alive, Kevin Samuels was telling women to date men that are on the same level as them, like somewhat average, right? No, basically average, right? If all women followed what he said, that guy wouldn't even have an argument. Like, no disrespect to him, I like Moa. Moa's a really good guy, but like, Moa wouldn't have an argument. Moa wouldn't have an argument. Moa, is it Moa? I hope I'm saying it right because I like his podcast. I watch him a lot, but he wouldn't have an argument if women actually follow that, because then the successful men would have to go after the women that are of their success, of their caliber. And that might be a little difficult for it actually to work when two people are focused on like driven ambitions that are distant from each other. Now, if they're on the same pattern and paradigm, they might be. But most of the time, very successful men do need a woman to actually kind of not be as successful as them so that they can like kind of have that time to spend with them. I don't know. I guess, you know, but like if women actually followed what Kevin did, my point is if women follow what Kevin did, if women listen to, sometimes I feel like if women listen to men, it would backwards the entirety of the community to a degree, right? Like on certain areas, right? So if like they're not supposed to chase the most successful men or the men that build up whatever they build up, what do they chase then, right? And personality, like, you know, but money is definitely a prior in this, so you need to make a lot of money. I don't know what I make. I was just arguing in circles right now, to be honest. Like, I just wanted it. It's going to be good. I know it's going to be good.
I have something to say that definitely correlates with what you said earlier about women getting a little bit older, looking for different things. Like, I have a whole different set of questions that I'm going to ask a man nowadays. Like,
what were the questions before versus now? What were the questions?
I didn't really care before about
you didn't need to ask
what is your credit score? Do you have any assets? Like these are important things because I have these things. So like if you can't just even like come close to it.
What's the minimum credit score? So his credit score is 200, but he's 6'4".
No.
What if we need a 680 for
Because I had that. I'll take it. Take him because I had that. No,
pass him to you.
No, thank you. And
he's got a 300 credit score, but he's got a Bugatti. Ready?
No, I need a 680 so we can get some business funding.
Okay, there we go. That's what I like to hear.
She's like an angel investor. It's like,
there was nothing wrong with that answer. She actually gave a really good answer. He had a 680. That shows a responsibility and an ability to be able to keep up with what you need to keep up with. That was pretty good. I thought they were going to be bimbos. Most of the girls, like all these guys run on these podcasts, aren't intelligent enough to even understand credit scores. Like some of them are not, but I'm not saying. But it's the ones I invite on this podcast. I'm not saying all women are. Most women are able to understand it, like that you know, are building things. But that's actually a good standard to have. You know, what is your credit score, and can it benefit us in the long term?
Like this guy.
Well, the thing is, why are you searching for that now?
because I've accomplished these things. So why haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. And you're moving to the stage where safety and security is more important than being seen.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's the challenge for most guys because they get into a relationship for being
seen. Let's not get it twisted.
You're being seen right now by 60,000 dudes.
I get it.
All over the internet.
I get it. It's not that you don't want to be seen. This kicks in. We've watched this happen with all the girls we talked to. It kicks in about 35. Safety and security becomes more than just my body. Can this dude provide for me? Can he take care of me? Can he protect me? But guys are getting, because the good guys are coming out like, oh, she's hot. Oh, I can take care of you.
Where are they at?
But then,
yeah. See, now you're.
But then she doesn't respect those guys.
Then she doesn't respect that guy.
Yeah.
But then she doesn't respect him and then cheats on him, and I deal with all those guys too because she's like, oh, take care of me, but I don't. I really just hooked up with you to take care of you.
I don't know. That's not what I'm asking for.
Well, maybe I want to take care of the girl.
Then let's go.
So, but like there's a girl I'm friends with right now, and I have like this huge crush on her, but I'm not ever going to say anything to her because she has a boyfriend, and I know her boyfriend, and her boyfriend doesn't do shit for her, like nothing, absolutely nothing. She's sitting there writing messages like, somebody help me, you know, like with all this stuff, and I'm like, are you okay? And I want to say something, but I can't because this dude is a clown, and like he doesn't understand, like he's not doing even like basic shit. I totally understand what you're saying. I want to make this analogy, so to kind of help you guys, this is kind of a key analogy for this show. There are 3 genders. Ready? There are high status men, and women are chasing after high status men. And then there's women, and then below women, and women are chasing after high status men. And then there's low status men, and low status men are chasing after women. High status men are not chasing after anything except money. Women are chasing after high status men, and low status men are chasing after women. The reason why I have to use this analogy is because when women say men are trash, you are talking about the dude with the Bugatti with 16 girlfriends in Miami. You are not talking about the guy who gave you your Chick-fil-A. He's not cheating on anyone. He doesn't have the ability to cheat. He has no possibility of cheating. But you don't even recognize his existence because he's broke and he's not particularly good looking, and so you don't even notice him. So I'm saying is the bottom 80% of men, that's who I'm mainly talking to, but that's not, when you guys are complaining about men, you're almost never talking about those guys. Those aren't.
Damn, that was a really good point. So like what he's saying is, now I'm not even going to repeat what he's saying. We get what he's saying, but you know, again, what if women actually followed that your logic, right? So like if women were like, okay, I have success, so fuck it, I'm going to date somebody who's average, an average guy at best, to see like, you know, how that would go. And that guy is giving the Chick-fil-A, but also doesn't have the capacity to cheat on her with massive amounts of women. A guy who doesn't have the capacity to cheat is going to be one of the best guys you could ever date. Hands down, it's going to be one of the best guys you ever date. Like, and if you come in and think, maybe I can elevate him, if women started thinking on the process of that, because men never got that elevation time. You know what I mean? Like, nothing really ever elevated men, you know? It's mostly been a push to elevate women. A lot of women are elevated. And if a lot of women change their perception on how they view the high-class man and view the average man, the high-class man, I guarantee you would come down to that level too, because the chase of women would disappear. It would. It would. So, like, and eventually, like, no matter how high class you are, you're going to want a partner. You're going to want somebody. I guess that's how I see it, but I could be wrong.
Unless it's like, send me Bob's Imogene and they send you a random dick.
I like it a lot.
But other than that, like that's what we're talking. So whenever we talk about this, when we talk about men, a lot of times we say it as a monolith. So meaning one big piece, all men. And it's obviously, you understand, if Garrett walks into a room, he's going to get a different reaction than the average man in the United States who makes $59,000 a year and is 5'9" and overweight.
Right.
$59,000 a year, 5'9" and overweight. That is the average man in the United States. You guys see? And a lot of times women you'll ask them, I've done this before. I've been on a date before and I was like, how many people are in this room? And she doesn't even aware. I was like, do you remember our waiter? What does he look like? No comprehend, doesn't remember anything. The person who gave us our Chick-fil-A, do you remember what he looks like? No comprehension whatsoever. No, because he wasn't good looking. Her reticular activation system in her mind did not turn on because this guy was not interesting. So if all you see is Chad Thunder, is the only guy you see is Victor the VIP host and Steve the male stripper. Those are the only like images you see of men.
Brock the
then
bartender.
truly men are trash. Then it's true because those are the only men that you see. But the guy who gave you your mail, you don't even notice that he exists. That's the difference.
And that's interesting because, like, listen to that guy. So, like, men who are watching this and women who are watching this, right? Men who are watching this, get your body in shape, work out, do what you got to do, because then you can come off as if you are one of those type of men to people because you actually look good. You take care of yourself. Get your hair cut. Do the things like that. Like, I need to get my hair done. You know, I'm waiting until Mama Bear comes next month so she can actually help me with it. But outside of all that, right? Yeah, like take care of yourself because taking care of yourself is a symbol of status to people. It is. Seriously.
Value will you bring into my life, you know?
Sure.
Is what it comes down to.
Right, but the problem is if I can bring value into your life effortlessly, I can bring value into several other girls' lives and they know that as well, and so now you're competing with them. So you either pick a man that nobody wants, in which case he can try to do everything he can to provide stuff in your life and he's going to fall short, or you can pick a man who does not fall short, but he has unlimited options. And because of social media, it's so tilted. Like, here's the average body count, right, for men. Like the
I think that's wrong. I feel like an average man can provide that. $59,000 is not broke. You're not poor with $59,000. You can exist really well with $59,000. You really can. You don't have to have an excruciating amount. Like if you go up higher, go $80,000 to $90,000. That's enough to survive off of. So like literally, you could provide a woman with a decent life with those kind of salaries. It just wouldn't be an extraordinary, extravagant life like what he can probably give, or what the men who are in those classes can give. You know what I mean? So yeah, I disagree. I disagree, and I think women should be shooting for those kind of areas of men because those are the areas of men that they'll appreciate and the men that'll appreciate them.
bottom third, it's like 1.
Don't get into this.
So it's like 1. For the median, it's 5. And then if you're in the top 5%, it's 50. If you're top 1% of men, it's 150 sexual partners. 0, 5, 150. Does that look even to you? No, it's all tilted to this group of men. Not all, but a lot of it's tilted to this group of men on the right. The number of men that go a year without sex, do you think it goes down every year? Or do you think it goes up? Do you think that $6.6 billion spent on OnlyFans is making men have more sex? Is that what you think? No, it's going in the other direction. There's $100,000 sex robots being sold at AVN currently. They're already being sold for $100,000 each. We're already there.
Hey, do you remember when we were at AVN and like there was this line of guys when we were walking into the convention like waiting to get their fleshlights
Yeah,
done? Do you remember
the
that?
fleshlight. Dude, they were fleshlight line dude. I'm talking 400 dudes waiting in line to get their fleshlight
So
signed by
that
some porn
means
stars.
most people don't live in Vegas. That means they booked a flight, flew in, booked a hotel to wait in line
And
to
brought
get their
brought their own
and brought their
flashlights
flashlights to get it signed.
on the plane.
And now you're signing a fleshlight that he was just inside recently. Isn't that fun? Isn't that
I
fun?
just hope they were wearing gloves.
Huh?
I just hope whoever
Yeah, wearing gloves, exactly. If I was a girl at AVN doing signatures, I'd wear like fucking signatures.
I read the CDC.
So good to meet you. So good to meet you. Mask on.
Yeah, I like that. That was pretty good. I'll do more of those reactions too. If you guys like them, you guys let me know, and we'll see. Like, I definitely enjoy the content between men and women. I definitely do. Like, wonder if there's some kind of solution we could come to where people can get along better. But hey, I'm out, yo. Peace.